Capricorn, welcome back Capricorn. This is So True You Tarot. This is going to be a general energy reading for the sign of Capricorn. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you to all old subscribers and the new subscribers. I appreciate, I love everybody. Okay, so remember, this is a general reading, Capricorn. It's not going to resonate with every Capricorn watching the video. So take what resonates, Capricorn, and then leave the rest of the cards for somebody else, okay? I could be talking about people, places, or things, Capricorn. Energy is fluid and energy is also reversible, okay? Alright, Capricorn. I'm going to try to pick this energy up for you. Give me a second. I'm going to move these cards over. Okay. So Capricorn, something that's going on here is at rest. So either you're resting, you could be resting, you could be going through a healing here, or have went through a healing. But whatever it is, whatever healing that you've come from or whatever you've rested has allowed you to put yourself in a very good energy here, Capricorn. Somebody that I'm talking to either has some kind of wealth, some type of stability. This could be financial, this could be spiritual, okay? It feels like whatever healing that you came out of here, Capricorn, has allowed you to grow spiritually and financially. You've received some gains. We starting off on some good energy. And to whoever I'm talking to here, Capricorn, I feel like you knew you had to go through this healing, though. This was a healing that you knew you would have to go through to get to where you wanted to be. Okay? That's the energy I'm feeling for you here, Capricorn. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. So, for whoever I'm talking to here, Capricorn, maybe you put a relationship to rest, you know. Could have put a soulmate relationship. Could have been in a relationship with somebody for a very long time. Maybe y'all was like lovers for a while, like years. Could have started off in high school type energy when you were young. And y'all have decided, maybe you've come to a place where you realize that, you know, love is maybe have, you know, moved in separate directions. Maybe y'all decided that y'all still got love for a situation, but y'all gonna put it to rest right now. And that's for somebody, okay? But there's this other energy here where, for, I was going to say Pisces. So maybe there's a Pisces, Capricorn connection here. But for somebody here, they saw something maybe that was going to, like, hold them back. There was something immature here when it came to the lovers, Capricorn. Either somebody moved immaturely when it came to stability, or they didn't know how to be, this person didn't know how to, like, speak or communicate correctly. And this is for somebody here, Capricorn. So I don't know if this was a lover. Maybe this is why you walked away, because you just knew this person just wasn't healed enough, or they didn't grow enough spiritually to communicate right. They were so young in their words, young in how they approach stability. And to you, Capricorn, this is failure, okay? This is not nothing that will grow. This is broken for somebody here. Either this person feel this way about you, or you feel this way about this person. It was like you saw a future that they didn't see, and so you put it to rest. I think you knew if you would have stayed in this situation with this person, Capricorn, it was gonna bring your finances down. Your stability would have went down. Your growth would have went down. You'd have probably had to lower your vibration enough to meet this person where they at on this immature level. And I just think for somebody here, Capricorn, you're just not going to do that. You're going to put that to rest. Capricorns are a very grounded energy. So to you, this was just like, even though you've seen love and maybe you knew this person for a very long time and you've grown with this person, but for some reason you kind of looking back at a situation here and you don't see much growth. And then, to me, this is leading more towards the masculine energy. There's just a lot of immaturity when it came to growth. You expected this person to grow with you, to heal with you, to spiritually grow. But somebody here is kind of stuck in this old energy. And for somebody here, Capricorn, this is too much. It's too much. It's like, it's too slow. Like, I don't know. You got this energy here of like you waited and waited for this person to wake up, to grow. And they just moving like a turtle here. Like, it's taking too long for them to level up. Okay? And I think this is something you see. Like, you see y'all been together way too long for this person to still carry this kind of energy. And to you, this is despairing. I think for you, looking back, it's like there's no growth here. And it's like they're not moving fast enough for you. For somebody, they're moving too slow. They should be moving quick. Somebody should have been moving this thing along a little bit faster to reach some sort of happiness in the future. But for some reason, they're so slow. That's that growth. They don't have enough growth here. And they carry a lot of unhealed energy. That's the only thing, because there's broken energy, despair. This person is like, with their words, they get real immature in how they speak to you. And it's like, this almost throws you off balance, Capricorn. This is like messing with your happiness here. You're not trying to be broken. You're not trying to be in no broken energy. You are very grounded. I don't know if, like I said, this could be a past energy, or if this is somebody that showed back up from the past with this energy and you expected to see some growth after you, and what you see here is still something that's unhealed and trying to move in quick. But they moving in quick but carrying some old slow ass energy. I don't know, Capricorn. Trying to move fast but not even moving at all. Not growing. Yeah, to you, Capricorn, this person is unhealed, okay? This person is unhealed. Very unhealed. And I think this is just something you know, okay? You've been with this person long enough to understand how this person moves. And you know they don't move correct. They're either moving with a lot of addictions. This person could be sleeping their life away. They could be drugging their life away, trying to sex their life away. They're just unhealed. They follow a lot of worldly things, material things. Instead of self-growth, this person is looking at everything on the outside instead of looking on the inside, is what I'm hearing here. And I think for somebody here, Capricorn, this is something you walked away from because there was no victory here. There's no victory in sitting in unhealed energy. If you sit in unhealed energy, you're going to cause chaos into you're welcoming chaos into your life, Capricorn. You knew that's exactly what had happened in the past. So you had to like attain some victory over this devil. You had to come out of this. You had to come out of this energy where somebody or something was trying to hold you back. They was trying to throw you off balance. They wanted to throw you off balance because this person didn't know how to heal and grow. And this is kind of sad for somebody. I'm feeling like a real sadness here because y'all had there was such a longevity in this relationship. This had went on for such a long time. And this is kind of sad. It's like watching somebody you love not grow. Watching somebody you love stay in something unhealed. Watching potential that never blooms. Watching somebody that want to stay in chaos and want to be addicted to people, situations, and places that's not going to bring them no victory. That's causing them to be off balance. And I just think for you, that's just not for you no more, Capricorn. You're not going to have your happiness unbalanced. You're a very grounded energy here. You want to grow and build. And somebody or something that tried to show up wanted to take this from you. And I think you're just not going for that. You didn't. And if you did, you let it go. You healed it. You called the truce on it. And you walked away. I think for you, Capricorn, you just didn't see this thing going up. You tried. You did. You tried. You tried. And that's all that mattered. You did the best you could. Maybe you just need somebody to tell you, like, did you do your best? You did your best in this relationship, in this situationship, at this job. You did your best. You brought what you brought to this situation, and you expected it to go the long haul. You did. You expected this thing to, like, last forever. But for some reason, it just didn't want to go up. You realized that you could not explore this with this person no more. There was nothing else to explore here. You realized you had to let it go. Heal it. You want it to go up and this person's still going down. That's the sad, But it's like you knew this. You got the universe here. This is something that spirit may have told you. May have whispered something in your ear here and told you to let it go. Spirit may have showed you some things here, showed you some signs about this person. Took you a while to wake up and get your clarity to see that this person wasn't going nowhere with their life. And they was trying to hold you back. And if you stay here, it would bring you destruction. If you would stay in a situation with somebody unhealed, that don't want to grow, it's just going to cause you to sit in somebody's karma, and it's just going to bring you down, bring your energy down, bring your elevation down. It's going to bring you backwards instead of taking you forward in growth. And it would have destroyed you. It would have killed you. It was going to kill you if you'd have stayed there. And I'm just being real with whoever I'm talking to here, because I've been in this place before where I sat around some type of energy and I thought that I knew that I could handle that energy, and I realized that I could not. And when I got out of it, when I got clarity, Capricorn, I was sitting around something dark. I was sitting around the enemy. I was sleeping with the enemy, Capricorn. Do you hear me? And when I woke up, when the universe whispered into my ear, tapped on my shoulder and said, listen here, son, daughter, this thing ain't growing. This thing is destructive. This is chaos. There's no victory here. This is just going to bring you down. This person is going to try to kick you while you're down. This person is destructive. Chaos follows this person wherever they go. And you know this. And this person, they had no problem with you staying in this energy though. For real. If you would have stayed here, it would have been all good for them, because they could have, it was like they would have allowed you to stay here feeling all heavy with a unhealed energy, and then they would have been, this is narcissistic energy coming in too. They would have been like going around to their friends, feeding off of your energy, allowing other people and situations to know what's going on in your business, like telling people y'all going up when y'all actually going down. It was like they was putting on a show for other people about what was happening in your relationship. And the universe spoke to you. God spoke to you directly to your heart and said, it's time to heal this. Put it to rest. There was a lesson here. You knew this. There was a lesson here for you. And you knew. You realized there was a lesson for everybody though. This was a lesson for everybody. It was. This was a lesson in self-love and realizing when what you came here to do with your energy and what was put on you as a spiritual person to teach and to grow, that lesson has been learned. You learned the lesson. But somebody else is not willing to learn the lesson. They don't want to grow with you, and they don't want to work with you. Okay? If anything, they may want to try to control you and try to teach you some things. Like somebody may want to humble you because they're not growing. But you know what time it is. You are very grounded. You're very stable here. You know what you know to be true. And you know that you're not going to allow somebody that's low, unhealed, carrying these demons, wanting to bring it to you, or thinking that because y'all had this long-lasting relationship and y'all had all this history that you was just going to continue to stay here. They wanted you to stay here. It's almost like somebody telling you, we've been through so much for so long, just stay with me. You know, I helped you. This person feel like y'all got through so many things together here. Like y'all got through the storms of life, and y'all did. Y'all went through so many fires and you may have burned some bridges together. Y'all had good times, y'all had bad times. This person wants you to look at what y'all had in the past here, Capricorn, and hold you back with it. Like what we did for each other. I want you to, how y'all struggled together here for some reason. Somebody wants you to hold on to the struggle, Capricorn. But I promise you that that's old. No one is put on this earth to struggle forever. Once you wake up and realize what's going on here, you remove those rose-colored glasses, Capricorn, and you realize that you don't have to struggle just because somebody else want to stay in a struggle, just because somebody else don't want to grow, and they don't want to be brave, and they don't want to take a chance, and they want to live in fear. You don't have to do that, and you know that. You're too mature, I'm not going to say too old in the sense like you're an old person. I just feel like your energy is older. You've been here before. You've done this. This is becoming a repetitive energy, even with this person you've been with for a very long time. It's almost like Spirit showed you or told you that you've repeated this pattern already. You've been here before. They're not growing. This person is not brave enough to move forward in the correct energy. They're just not. You know? And this is something that you know. You do know this. Let's keep going. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know, Capricorn. There's this feeling here of joy. Maybe after you walked away from this situation, this person, you got your joy back. Your clarity came back. So your joy came back and your happiness came back. And I think this person just wanted to take that from you. They wanted your happiness because they ain't got no happiness of their own, because they don't know how to be happy in life. People be so miserable in life because they don't know how to heal. This person wanted you to stay miserable with them, stay in their karma. They wanted to take your joy from you. This person, they just was unhealed, okay? And I think you knew that. You knew that the passion that you have for this situation, the passion that you have for this person, it started to die. It started to like, it don't mean that you don't have passion, because you do. But when it comes to this person and how they not moving and how they not growing, you realize something here. Your younger self and your higher self started speaking to each other. The you from the past that carried a lot of passion and your ground, it's like, I'm telling you, your lower self and your higher self, your young childhood wound and your older healed energy spoke and said, it's time to heal this, heal that childhood wound within yourself that this person is taking advantage of. They was holding on to something that you had inside, and they took advantage of it. And they wanted to hold you in that old energy. They did. They was like holding your childhood at bay, holding what y'all had in the past at bay. And Spirit said, enough is enough here. You've grown out of this. You can move freely. You can rest this old relationship. You can rest this past relationship and still move with passion. Still carry passion for this person, but you don't have to have all that passion that you used to have, because that person don't got that passion for you. You was the only one keeping the relationship up, keeping it happy, keeping joy in things that was just not joyous. You carried this relationship. You did. You carried it very far, very long. The relationship only lasted as long as it did because of you. Because you was the GOAT. Because you was the GOAT. Because you walked on those mountains right on the edge when everything was about to fall. You stood strong. And that's why you got to walk away. Because if you don't, if you stay in this person's karma, if you stay in their unhealed energy, it's going to bring death to you. And I don't mean, it might bring a physical death, because it'll drain you so low. It'll drain your energy that your body will have no choice but to shut down on you. It will. That's how these energy vampires work. That's how these unhealed energies work, Capricorn. They show up to drain. So you have to release and you have to let it go. We're going to go again before I close out this reading, Capricorn. It's time for change. Change is here. It's time for change, okay? There's no reason to hang on to this any longer. You've hung on to the thought about it. I think you've been hanging around long enough. For one, you hung around way too long, way longer than you should have on this situation here, because you thought things would change, but they didn't, okay? And it's time for you to change. You woke up from that illusion of where y'all used to be. You woke up and you realized that this thing just ain't looking like you thought it would look. It don't look healed. It ain't healed. This person is not who they say they are. And I think you finally got your clarity back, Capricorn, and you realize they're not. This person is a mirage. As you get closer and closer to this person, you're going to see them for who they exactly are. And honestly, they're not shit. An illusion is nothing. Okay? This person is not nothing. Well, you're going to realize that they don't have anything to offer you in the future or in your present. And there's no reason to hang on to the ideal that this person is going to change. There's no reason to hang around a situation that's already dead. You know better. Okay? So Spirit is telling me to leave this energy with you, Capricorn. I love you guys. And I'm going to see you guys real soon. Bye, guys.